Today I'm going to be doing a summer grunge makeup look. In my last video I explained that I wanted to do a first impressions on the new products that I used, but I lost the footage for that video, so we're moving on to the next video, which is a summer grunge. I primed my eyelids before I switched on the camera because I just thought that takes so long, and I always prime my eyelids with the same product. So I went in with Saddle into my crease and just kind of blended it. I wanted this look to be mainly based on brown eyeshadows and muted browns and purples because I wanted this look to go with my hair. My hair is a very dark colour now. I found out from my hairdresser if I want to change my hair colour I will have to bleach it and stuff, and yeah, so probably the only thing that will be changing is probably the end of the bits of my hair. I'll probably be doing more dip dyes and stuff like that. Moving on, I'm using this more grey toned eyeshadow, more of a taupey eyeshadow. This eyeshadow was very hard to apply, and during this entire video I was getting quite fed up with it and stuff because I had to keep going in and applying more eyeshadows. Sometimes with eyeshadows I can apply them all in one go and it's really easy, but instead I had to keep going back to the palette and reapplying it and stuff like that. It was very patchy. From MAC as well, and I have used all the eyeshadows that I use mostly on my eyelids are from MAC, and for some reason this eyeshadow just wouldn't agree. I didn't know whether it was just because of the primer was too sticky and it couldn't really wasn't packing on the eyeshadow colour, but I decided to carry on with it and just kept on using Saddle to blend it in, and it was giving a lot of fallout as well, so I was wiping away the fallout, and Jesus, it was the most awful eyeshadow just to apply on my eyelid. So I went back in with Saddle and blended Saddle into my eyeshadow that I applied on my eyelid just because it was very difficult. However, this look did turn out okay eventually. It just took a while to apply and do and stuff like that. So then I went into a reddish eyeshadow, not a reddish eyeshadow I think, and applied this to my outer half of my eyelid and blended that into my crease as well, making sure that the crease was darker and matched the eyeshadow on my eyelid a little bit more, making it more kind of tying in the colours. And yeah, so I blended this out. This look is very kind of grunge is kind of very dark, and I thought I like the style, but I also like to keep it nice and summery. So I decided to do more of a brown based eyeshadow, smoky eye, but it was a little bit more grunge and stuff. And then I carried on to my lower lash line and just kind of wiped away any excess eyeshadow on my lower lash line. My lower lash line was more, I think that's what I'm doing in this video because for some reason my iMovie doesn't like me and keeps stopping randomly. Anyway, yes, I did line my lower lash line in this clip. I was worried that I wasn't because the iMovie suddenly went blank. So I'm using a darker eyeshadow underneath my eyelids. It's still brown eyeshadow, all brown based eyeshadow because I just wanted this look to be more brown than... I've done gold and pink, and I thought I've never done a brown smoky eye, so I decided to do that today, and it's very different to what I've usually do, so I just kind of decided I'd do that. However, I did, as I said, at times found it quite difficult to do this eyeshadow look because I have not had much practice at it, and this was the first time trying to do this makeup look. So yeah, then I used this kind of like purpley kind of eyeshadow and applied it on my eyelid, and then I moved on to lining my top lash line. So the lash line I wanted to create so that it came off that I had thicker eyelashes because I had my eyelash line was more kind of my lash line was more kind of like a darker colour, so it gave off the effect that I had longer lashes when actually I didn't, and thicker eyelashes is what I meant. So I just draw a thin line on my top lash line before I go in and use mascara. However, using this mascara, it is quite clumpy, and if you use too much, you basically look like you have spiders for eyelashes, and you do not want to look like you have spider eyelashes. So I decided that I just didn't really like this mascara, but it's the only one I have, so I have to carry on using it. And plus, it's a waste of money if I just say I don't want to use it anymore. So I'm using it until it finishes, but I definitely will not be going back and buying an eyeshadow again. So yeah, that's what I've decided. I didn't really want to use that eyeshadow ever again after that. So anyway, moving on. I just applied the mascara to both eyelashes, on top and bottom lashes, to create a eyelash to finish off the eye makeup. And I have to say, getting a fringe was a bit of a bad idea because I don't have a hairband to pull my hair back, so applying foundation and concealer and any other face makeup products is slightly difficult. Woohoo! Anyway, I wanted like a side fringe, and also the side fringe is a little bit choppy because it wasn't really how I was expecting it to go, but you know, I asked for a side fringe and wasn't the name of the side fringe that I wanted, so my fault. So anyway, I am filling in my eyebrows using Saddle and Dance in the Dark, which is two of my favourite eyeshadows to use on my eyebrows. I like Cork as well. Cork is one of my favourites. So I am applying the brows, yes, sticking on eyebrows. I mean, I am filling in my eyebrows just to kind of make this look a little bit better. I also have got a new eyeshadow product which I use. It's a pencil, and I find that I need a darker colour, so I just use that to map out the eyeshadow. And then I am applying concealer underneath my eyes to make sure that my eyes aren't bright. Sometimes doing a very dark kind of look like this, it can just cause eye shadow, and if you wear glasses like me, you do not want that because it makes you look a lot tired and stuff like that. I once went into college where school, and I had no makeup on. I just couldn't be bothered, so I didn't put any makeup on, no concealer, and someone asked if I was tired, and I was like, I'm not tired, it's just the shadow from the glasses. So applying concealer underneath my eyes is one of the only things I'll do if I want to go makeup free. Well, technically makeup free, I mean I literally wear one piece of makeup, and that's concealer underneath my eyes so that I do not look like I'm about to fall asleep. Because sometimes it's like I look like I'm falling asleep and I'm not. I'm just wide awake and I'm just like, why is everyone asking me why I'm tired when I'm not? If that makes any sense. Because I just so anyway, me babbling on about my tiredness. I'm just going to pat the concealer out. I also apply concealer around my nose because I've noticed I've got a lot of redness around my nose, and around my lips is like a little bit like kind of red and stuff. So I just apply it around there. Again, I will pat it out to blend it out, and then yeah. So I'm just going to apply it around the edges, the corners of my mouth, just to kind of even my lips out, and underneath my lips as well, and just again blending it out. I also cover any blemishes that are more prominent with when I apply foundation. It's like still there, you can still see the redness. I apply a little bit of concealer as well. So then I move on to using my favourite. I just spray my face with a setting spray just to make sure that my foundation doesn't disappear during the day, and I just apply it's like a primer / setting spray that I use. Then I go in and use my favourite foundation, which is the True Match foundation from L'Oreal, and in Ivory, and I just apply this all over my face. This is the only foundation I've found that works with my skin and matches my skin as well, and also lasts all day long. I literally love this foundation. It's probably one of the best foundations ever. So I'm going to blend it out with a Smashbox, I think it's Bare Minerals brush, and just apply it just kind of in a circular motion, just blending it out. I always like using this. This is probably one of my favourite foundations ever. I've actually used some with like foundations and blushes and bronzers and stuff like that. I always kind of stick to the same one. While with eyeshadows, I'll swap and change it, and so with mascaras and eyeliners. and lipsticks, but with foundation, bronzer, concealer and blusher, I will always go back to the same ones or a similar colour as well. So yeah, with eyeshadows I do change the product, but I prefer to stay with MAC, but sometimes I will go to Inglot and other eyeshadows that are similar to MAC and similar kind of finishes as well, and shades of eyeshadows, but they change as well. Eyeliner and mascara definitely do change. I like the Revlon and any liquid eyeliner that just works. Then I'm going in with a kabuki brush and just applying bronzer all over my face, just to bronze up my face. It is summer, so we need the bronzy face, and I just kind of quickly go around and bronze. I don't really care, to be honest, with contour. I just kind of make sure that sometimes I have an accident with the bronzer, but most times I just bronze and just apply it down the side of my nose just to make sure that my nose looks a tad smaller, so I do not have a chubby nose, because that's not what I want. So I'm just going to go around and do that, and then I'm probably going to go in with a blusher now, which is probably from I've forgotten the name of it now. I actually can't remember the name of it. Nope, it's gone. I'm just applying a coral blush. I've forgotten the name of it. It's a product I haven't used, a brand I haven't used in years, so I've completely forgotten the name of it. What's the name? Then I'm going in with this Maybelline Strobing Light liquid highlighter. It's more purple iridescence, and it's kind of the whole basis of this look is kind of like purples and browns. So I am just using this on cheekbones and on my nose bridge and on my my cupid's bow, my chin, and I'm just going to blend it out like so, because it's literally one of my favourite products to use. It gives a very natural finish, which I really like. And I'm just going to blend it out with my fingertip, just because it's an easier way of doing it and it doesn't remove the product very easily. I just like, because with this it just gives a glow, like an inner glow look, which is really nice. So I'm just going to use that and just kind of pat it out again. There's only one thing I would say, just be careful when you're applying this product that you don't apply too much of it, because otherwise you do look like a disco ball and it can be noticeable where you haven't blended it out. Anyway, then I'm going in with a MAC lipstick called Meh, I think it's called. I'm not entirely sure whether that's what the name of it is, but it's just like a purpley pink eye lipstick, and I'm just applying this to my lips. I love this eyeshadow lipstick, it's one of my favourites. And yeah, I think we're coming to the last bit of the video. This is kind of very, yeah, so I'm just coming to the very end, the finished look. So yeah, so my purple hair and my kind of grunge makeup look, I just thought it'd be really nice, and it's a really nice look. So here is the finished makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time for a new video. Bye!